What's going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Cardano and just what's going on with Cardano for the day. This is going to be the first episode that I'm doing of a new series called Cardano Daily. So if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I do post more than one video a day a lot of times, but this is going to be a series I'm doing for a little while. Don't know how long. We'll see how it goes. Probably a long while because I really like Cardano, where every single day I'm going to be posting a Cardano video. Now, let's get right into the video though. Let's not waste too much time. And right now Cardano is sitting at 134. This is a daily video, so we're going to be looking at pretty recent events and just a general overview of what's going on in the recents of Cardano. So first of all, the first thing I want to talk about is in the title is the new support level or the new comfort level for Cardano seems to be around 120, 130. It's kind of like the new 4 cents in my eyes. Maybe you don't agree, maybe you do, but I really do think 120 is kind of a new level of just we're hanging out, we're chilling, we're not going too far down, and I really like that. So another thing with Cardano that is pretty huge that happened a few weeks ago, June 1st, was the Nervos partnership. And I think this is really huge. And I wanted to share this once again in this episode of Cardano Daily because it is going to segue into our next bit of this video where partnerships are really becoming a huge thing. And partnerships like this are really huge. So our new collab lets Cardano and Nervos token holders transmit their value across both platforms while building interoperability across the crypto space. Very important. IOHK is forming a lot of good partnerships, and they're teaming up to build a bridge of interoperability between Cardano and the Nervos network. Once completed, this pioneering cross-chain bridge will enable users to transact assets between the two blockchains. The end goal is to foster greater interoperability while expanding the global reach and utility of both Nervos and Cardano. Now, there's going to be a trustless bridge that enables cross-chain transactions between the two networks and, in general, the two different blockchains and a spectrum of blockchains. This is pretty awesome. And in general, I want to show one more thing about this partnership, which is a little clip from Twitter here, where they did talk about it on the latest Cardano 360. Ben Morris, I believe the founder of Nervos Network, he works in Nervos Network. He's a pretty big part of Nervos Network, did make a little clip on the 360 mini or Cardano 360 this month, and I thought this was a cool clip, and we're going to watch it right now.
So interoperability is obviously incredibly important for Cardano. Tell us maybe a little bit more about why you feel interoperability is so important.
Well, we believe that blockchains will coexist, and we don't see other blockchains as being competing blockchains. I think most blockchains have their own space, and they all solve specific problems, and they all have their advantages. So we think the future will hold several different blockchains with users interacting with different blockchains, but the experience itself should be seamless. So if I'm a user of the Cardano blockchain or the Nervos blockchain, the actual end user experience for myself should not be very difficult, and there shouldn't be specific barriers to using different applications across these ecosystems. And so for us, we see a future where that is not a problem, where you can use whatever you like, whatever is better for you, and not really understand what's happening in the background or the plumbing around it, but be able to trust it and be able to know that you're able to use applications across any blockchain.
So correction, I don't think Ben is the CEO, but he does play a good role at Nervos Network. And that video and clip right there was really awesome, just to show they're aiming to essentially make it easier for the end user to access blockchain technology, use it seamlessly without having to know what's going on. And I did cover the Nervos partnership in a separate video, but this really just shows you all of these partnerships are aiming to make things easier for the end user, and they're aiming to bring more mainstream adoption to the crypto space, which is really huge. Now, another partnership which I thought was really important that I made a whole video on yesterday, if you want to check that out, it'll be linked down in the description or on screen right now, was the Orion partnership. Now, this partnership may not seem that big, but essentially Orion protocol is the first liquidity aggregator for the Cardano blockchain, and this is pretty huge. Orion protocol aims to be the first decentralized gateway to the whole digital asset market, which aggregates liquidity across both decentralized and centralized exchanges, as well as swap platforms. So it's bringing a lot of liquidity to the space, and the ultimate goal is to create a one-stop shop for buying and selling on the blockchain, pushing crypto towards mainstream adoption. I love those words. I'll say those words a lot on this channel by providing a single non-custodial point of access for crypto traders on all major exchanges. This is pretty huge, and especially with exchanges coming with bans like the Binance ban here in Canada that is going to be put into effect by December 31st, and the Binance bans over in the UK. These type of things are going to really help mainstream adoptions. So people's exchanges that they know and love don't just go out and get banned, and now they're confused. What do they buy crypto on? Usually they'll be okay, but having a place where they can know it is safe, it's not going to get banned, and they can rely on is really important. Now, later this year, Cardano users will be able to access Orion's decentralized gateway to buy and sell assets on the wider crypto market. Pretty important. If you want to check out the whole video on Orion protocol, once again, I'll leave it linked down in the description. Now, the second last thing I want to cover in today's episode of Cardano Daily is this bit of news that I have covered before. I have covered this before, but just showing more mainstream adoption and more or less things that Input Output Hong Kong are working on to really build Cardano up to be something massive, okay? So the director of African operations, John O'Connor, over at Input Output Hong Kong, wrote a letter to the president, found 1 million more users to bring onto Cardano, and had a damn good cup of coffee. It's only midday, looking forward to afternoon. Being a part of Input Output Hong Kong is awesome, basically. And I agree, this is a huge tweet, whether you realize it or not. I have covered this tweet before. I covered multiple things about this new Africa deal, but this deal is essentially just another huge step, or small step, huge step. It's a step, okay? It is a big step in my eyes to more adoption and getting more people on board, and more use cases for the Cardano network and the Cardano blockchain are just good in general for crypto adoption, for Cardano adoption, and for blockchain technology to actually start being a part of everyday lives in people's, people need it, really. People in the unbanked areas of the world and people all over the world can really benefit from blockchain tech. And this tweet just made me smile, so I thought I'd share with you guys, and I wanted to reminisce on it because it is a bit old, but it's still important, and these steps are gonna be changing things for a long time to come. Now, one last thing before we go, which I have covered on the channel before, but it's revolving around the Alonzo Blue stage, going into the Alonzo White stage for Cardano Alonzo rollout. Now, I made a separate video on the Alonzo rollout, but essentially, the Alonzo Blue testnet is coming to an end here. We should be seeing it end and wrapped up very, very soon. Smart contracts have been officially and successfully rolled out on the Alonzo Blue testnet. We have got confirmation of this about 3 weeks ago, and it was pretty huge. But now the next stage is Alonzo White, and this stage is going to take around a month as well. Then we can roll into purple, which should take around a month. And red black would be rolled out right after. So pretty important and pretty awesome for the Alonzo era. This is going to be huge going into late August, early September. We're going to be seeing Cardano and actually being rolled out onto the main network, Alonzo. So Alonzo is going to allow smart contracts. The ecosystem will be able to build and grow from there. So just knowing which stage we are in, blue, almost white, we're going to start white very soon, is really important, and it's super exciting. I will be making videos on these stages we're in and all types of Cardano news every single day. So if you want to stay subscribed for that, definitely do so. And if you want really urgent updates, go follow my Twitter over here. I like to have some fun over there too, and make some memes, stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cardano Daily. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next freaking video. It's been your Cardano friend Jack. Peace out.